everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and we are back for Vlogoween day 27. 27. We have 4 more days. Me and my cousin sister, Kat, if y'all have gone to her channel, I believe her channel is called Life with Catalina. Anyway, she and I have been doing it, and we have been complaining to each other like this is killing us. It is hard to make a video every single day if you have other things that you're doing, you know. Anyway, so I still plan on making videos, except I'm going to be pre-making videos. So for me, that's what I was doing before. I was taking a Saturday or a Sunday and I was pre-making about 5 videos, or not even that many. I was doing like 3 videos, and then I would have one to post like every other day. So what I'm planning on doing is pre-making videos either a Saturday or a Sunday, making about 5 videos, and that way I can have one to post every single day. That's so much easier for me because, you know, I can make 5 videos, no problem, but it's the daily stuff that is really hard for me sometimes. But, yeah, I'm going to take the weekend off because my husband is home on the weekends, and that's the only time I really get to spend time with him. And so that is super important to me, to be able to spend some time with him. All right, so, yeah, I can't believe Halloween is Thursday. Ooh, guys, my hair. It is so hot. I'm thinking about cutting my hair, guys. I mean, I say this, but I want to cut it like, let's see. What if I cut it to here? Or what if I cut it, let me see. Let's roll it. You got me rolling. Okay, hold on. It doesn't want to stay. Ugh, I don't know. I love my long hair. I really do, but it gets on my nerves after a while. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not going to cut it. Because remember, I want to dread my hair. I want to dread it or I want to braid it. I'm not sure which I'm going to do. Okay, so let's get this going. First, let me show you the cup of the day. Look at my cute cup. Oh my God, look at those little witchy shoes. I got this last year at where are the stripes? HEB, my local grocery store. Every year they come out with something completely different. This was last year. This was $5. Isn't it cute? I'm drinking peppermint tea, Lipton peppermint tea. Oh my God, guys, this is so adorable. I love this. And it sits flat so well. It holds 2 cups. So cute, right? If y'all scroll through my videos and y'all see like Halloween stuff or something like that from about a year ago, you'll see the cups that they had from last year. Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to do the hexing pepper spell today. I got my notes. All right. So let me show you all of the things that we're going to be using. We have the big chili pepper. I think these are called chili Rihanna. You know, the ones you make chili Rihanna's. You guys, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But get you a big chili pepper. Now, you can make this with a jalapeno pepper, but unless it's a big one, I mean, I tried to do it with a jalapeno. I couldn't put everything in there. So this one works really well for me. So you can choose any pepper as long as it's a pepper. I wouldn't say a sweet pepper. I would say a pepper that's actually hot. You can use gloves. I suggest using gloves. You know, so got some plastic latex gloves there. I got my pepper. We're going to be filling it up with vinegar, just regular vinegar. I got this for 75 cents at my local grocery store. My herbs that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to go over those. Any oils that you're going to be using, and you're going to use some black thread and a empty jar. And what else? Yeah, that's, oh, you want to make sure you have a knife, and then you want to have the petition and a photo, okay? And I think that's all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this up really quick and then come back and we're going to start filling this up. Now the way you're going to cut this is you when you're buying it, you want to try to buy one that's kind of round, that's going to allow you to fill it up, because this is going to be your vessel. So just stick it in there. Okay, just so you can open it up and get the stuff out. Now this one is kind of hard because it's not round. It really doesn't help me to, it doesn't give me a big working space, but it's big enough. And actually, I'm not going to take out the seeds because the seeds are the hot things in there. So just cut it open like a pita. Just enough to make like a little hole in there, see? A little coffin. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the lime up and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and cut up my lime. I love lime. Like, I have some salt right here. Do you know how bad I just want to like dip this in salt and eat it? Ooh. I love me some lime. Okay, don't eat the ingredients. Don't eat the ingredients. All right, so my pepper is hollowed out and I got my limes. Now, if you have dehydrated limes and lemons or the peels, you can definitely use it, either lemon or lime. And I'm gonna go over each ingredient. But before we do that, let me just start by saying this really quick. Before anybody says, oh my God, Murphy, I can't believe you're showing how to do a hex. I can't believe you're showing people how to harm someone. I can't believe, you know, you're doing something, this is bad. You're gonna go to hell. You know, you're gonna burst into flames. Look, for me, everybody's a grown individual. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. I'm just showing how to do a hex. And if this is not for you, then don't watch. If you are against hexes and you feel like we're all going to burn in hell, why did you click on here? Just to say that to us? Again, if I had any fear in anything that I did in witchcraft, I shouldn't be doing it. That's me personally. If you are afraid to do anything in the craft, then you shouldn't be doing it. That's just my opinion. It's just like rock climbing. If you are afraid of heights or you're afraid that you're going to fall, then why get up there and do it? You know, you're setting yourself up for failure. You know, so for me, I'm doing it not because I like to hex people or I want to teach people how to, you know, for me, I'm always spreading, be kind, love one another, be nice to one another. I'm all about that. But here's the thing. You also have to know how to protect yourself. If somebody comes after you or your family and nothing else has worked, you have to know how to take care of yourself. And learning how to protect yourself and stop somebody in their tracks, or even knowing how to do a curse or a hex. I just feel like if you know everything about craft, as far as how to heal someone, how to protect someone, how to do cleansing, you know, how to make a love spell, how to do all these, it makes you a very well-rounded, well-seasoned witch. Doesn't mean that you ever have to do this hex, but in case you want to, you should do it. Don't be afraid what anybody else is going to say and say, oh my God, you're going to go to hell. You know how many times I've heard that? You know, so I'm a good person. I don't feel like I have to justify anything that I do. So just before everybody gets their panties in a ruffle, I just wanted to let y'all know that. I'm teaching y'all this because on here, I feel like I should be able to share whatever I want, and I do. And if it's not for you, don't watch it. Just like when I teach in the coven about demons. Some of my coven members don't want to hear about demons because it scares them, and that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I respect that. But there are some that want to know. And it's not because it's a fascination or because, oh my God, I just want to go and love the devil. It's because knowledge is power. It really is. And I don't consider this as being something horrible for you to, this is something you can put in your book. So in case anything happens, you know how to protect yourself. You know, people are cruel and you got to learn how to fight back. So anyway, now that that's all said and done. But you can still think whatever you want. You can still think that I'm going to hell. No problem. Okay, so let me go ahead and go over the ingredients. I'm using lime because I have my notes right here. Lime, we are going to sour that person's life. Now, when you do this type of hex, you can, I feel like I have a hair on my face. You can do it for anything. If you want to ruin a relationship, then the things that you're going to put into this are going to be a picture of the two people with a petition. And you're going to put things in here that are going to go towards breaking up a relationship. If you are trying to make someone ill, then you're going to put that person's face in there with the petition and what it is on the petition, you know, write on the petition what it is that you want to happen to them. And then you're going to put things in here that are going to cause illness. If you're trying to make that person go crazy because you think you want to put live things inside of them, then you would put live things in here. Like you would put, got something on my face. You'll put like like little crickets in here, like the one you go to the pet store and you buy them for whatever animal eats the crickets. You can put those in there, or you can find something dead outside. Again, I would never kill anything. I'm not saying go do it. I'm just giving you the options. Everybody is in control of their own life. You do whatever works best for you. Okay? You can use dead things. If you want to make someone like in this case, I'm doing it to ruin someone's life. I'm going to shatter their relationship. I'm going to shatter their luck so they have bad luck. And I'm going to, oh, I got something on my face. I want to shatter their health. Okay, sorry, I feel like I got something on my face. I'm going to shatter their health. So they're going to get sick. They're going to have bad luck. They're going to, their financial, they're going to lose their money. They're going to lose their relationship. I'm sorry, I got just sidetracked because I was trying to get the hair out of my face. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. So I'm using lime to sour their life, lime or lemon. I'm going to be using some belladonna. Belladonna is to cause illness because belladonna is toxic. I'm going to use patchouli, because patchouli, and also wormwood, but I can't find my wormwood. I don't know where that went. So it's somewhere in here, but if I had it, I would put it in there, and that would, it also patchouli, wormwood, and belladonna. I'm going to put those together to cause illness to this person. I mean, severe illness. And then I'm going to use black mustard seed to ruin this person's relationship. So they will constantly be fighting and fighting and fighting with their spouse to the point that they lose their relationship. And then I'm also going to put broken glass in here to shatter their life. Okay? I know. It's harsh, guys. It's harsh. I'm just teaching you this. I unfortunately have done this hex a few times to a few people, and it gets to the point to where, do I like doing hexes? No, but I'm not afraid to do them. And does that make me a bad person? That's in your opinion. It doesn't make me a bad person in my opinion. All right, so let's get started. I'm using a person from the magazine, okay? Because I'm not doing it to a real person. So this is just a picture that I cut from People's Magazine. I don't know who this is, so honey, I'm sorry. I'm not fully going to do it. I'm just going to show you the steps. So on here, I have the petition. I wrote John Smith, John Smith, John Smith, and a fake date of birth. I did John Smith, January 2nd, 1969, 3 times. And then I turned the paper to my right, and I wrote health, relationship, money, and luck, because that's what I'm going to shatter. I'm going to shatter his health. I'm going to shatter his relationship. I'm going to shatter his money, and I'm going to shatter his luck. So if there's a particular thing that you're trying to do to your person, you put the target's name on the bottom with their date of birth, turn it 1 time to the right, and you're going to write everything that you want to do, either relationship, illness, or in this case, I did all 4. All right, so you can put your petition and the picture right on top. If you don't have a picture, you can do a business card, or if all you have is their name, you can do their name and say you have a piece of their hair, you have something that's connected to them, a personal tag. Put that in there. If it's a piece of clothing, if it's cigarette bud, whatever it is. Okay. Even like I said, hair, toenails, anything that has something. Even if they're a drooler and they drool on their pillow or you see it and you can have access to it. I'm just saying, be creative. But if not, you can just use this, all right? So at this point, if you have created a hexene concoction, like a hexene powder, you can sprinkle some on there if you already have created it. Okay, so I have not created one. I know when I do a hex, I make my stuff fresh, okay? So I don't always have one already ready to go, because fortunately, I don't have to do it very often. So see, I'm not that bad, okay? So I'm going to put some black salt that I made yesterday. I'm going to put a scoopful of that right on his little lovely face. And then I'm going to fold this away from me because I'm putting this out into the universe. I'm not trying to bring anything to me. So if you want to do it, like make a packet, you can. But in this case, I'm just going to do it straight like this. Just fold it straight over, away from me. Ooh! And it's going to go straight in here. Right in the bottom. Right in the bottom there. All right. In fact, I'm going to bring you down so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. My husband's at the library. He had to go do some work at the library. I wanted to go too, but I said, no, I better stay and do this stuff. Okay, so I put it in there. So I'm going to go ahead at this point, put some more black salt right on top of that photo. All right. So we talked about black salt yesterday. So definitely going to put that in there. So now I'm going to add these limes because I want to sour his life. I want everything that he does to be sour. If you want, you can squeeze all the juice in there if you want like that. Okay, so I'm not going to eat this one because it's all full of black salt. So I'm just going to just squeeze. I'm not going to put that in there. I want to eat this. I love sour stuff. My mouth is salivating. Okay. Now I'm going to put in some belladonna. And I'm not putting in a lot of stuff since this is a pretend spell. And I try to, you know, not use a lot of my really hard to get items. So I'm just going to pretend. And I'm going to pretend that I'm putting a lot. But I'm only putting a little bit, okay? And again, a little bit does go a long way. But in this case, I don't want to waste my stuff. So I'm just going to put some belladonna in there. All right. The belladonna, and I'm going to put some patchouli. God, my allergies are kicking my butt today. Okay, some patchouli. All right, patchouli, and I don't know where my wormwood is, but if I had it, I put that in there too. And that's going to cause illness. Okay, then I'm going to put some black mustard seeds, and this is going to be to cause him to have arguments with in his relationship. In any good relationships he has, whether it's brother, sister, mother, father, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's going to ruin his relationships. All his relationships will be ruined. Now, the last thing I was going to do is put shattered glass in here. But at this point, if you want to add something extra, you can add something extra. Like, for example, I have some dried wasp in here. These are wasps that were killed either inside or outside. Well, if they only get killed, they're inside the house. But I'm not going to waste them. So at this point, I could put a dried wasp in there. So that way, this would sting his life. Anything that he does, it would just a constant sting, right? You can put some gopher dust in there. This is some gopher dust that I made. You can go ahead and put that in there. You can also add red chili flakes. You're like, you really want him to feel the burn. You know, you want everything in his life to just really, you want to intensify that burn. Put the red chili flakes in there. Okay, and at this point, I'm going to put some of my hexene oil. Remember this hexene oil that I made? Well, it's a vinegar. It's a hexene vinegar. Go ahead and put a little bit. If you don't make this one and you have another hexene oil, go ahead and put that in there. You can, if you don't have any hexene oil, you don't have to put any. It's just because I have it. Boy, that smells like some dirty socks, man. Whoo, and dirty shoes. Okay. So now I'm going to put glass. Look at all this shattered glass I have. I have this from when my husband was making a shelf. I mean, it's this shelf that you make into a hamster cage for my daughter. And he tightened it too much. And it just shattered everywhere. Don't worry, I'm not going to cut myself. And you're going to put this in there to shatter his life. Anything, and as you're doing this spell, this hex, you want to be enchanting at the same time. That everything that he has in his life, you're going to shatter it. Just like this glass. And you can just put some glass. And you can put any kind of broken glass in there. If you have those 7-day glass candles and your spell is over, make sure you wipe it nice and clean. Get all the markers and everything, names off of there. Clean it nice and well. And then you can break that up. And you can use that. Okay, so whenever you feel you've put all your ingredients that you want to put in here, it's already nice and close. Now make sure when you're doing this, you are enchanting every single time. When you put in each ingredient, when you're putting in the lime or lemon, you're putting this in to sour his life. You know, if all you have is sour pickles, put sour pickles in there. If you, whatever you're putting in there to make this person sick, you know, I'm putting in the belladonna, the patchouli. I'm putting in this because I want you to be sick. I want you to be so sick you can't even get out of bed. I want you so sick to eventually causes death. Whatever it is that you want to say. And then relationship. You know, I'm putting in this black mustard seed because I want to shatter every good relationship you have in your life. You know, family, friends, lover, whatever it is. Or if you're just targeting a particular relationship, you say that particular relationship. And then you put in the glass. The glass is there. In there, this ingredient is an overall ingredient to shatter everything in your life. Anything good that's going on in your life, it's going to shatter. Okay, now at this point, you're going to take your black thread. You can use thread. You can use anything you have. Remember I told you the what do you call that? The fly tape. The fly tape, you can use that. That holds it really good. Anyway, so as you're doing this, you're thinking, I'm binding this, you know, I'm binding this together, so it will never be unbroken, or, you know, you will forever have bad luck. You will forever be broke. You will forever have no love. You will forever be sick. Whatever it is you want to say, and you keep doing this. And as you're saying it, as you're binding this, you're going to keep saying that and saying that and saying that over and over till you feel that it's tight enough. Okay. So whenever you feel this is done, you're going to go ahead and tie it up. I know this is kind of like crazy looking because I'm just doing a pretend one. Then you're going to find a jar that's big enough. Look at all that black stuff coming out. And go ahead and shove it in there. Make sure you get a jar that's big enough. This is not going to fit. Come on. We're going to make you fit in here. Now, if you only have a particular jar, take that jar with you to the store. Sorry, the phone rang. Okay, so give me time to shove that in there. Now, make sure that when you don't make all this mess like I did. Make sure when you going to go buy a pepper, make sure you have a big enough jar to fit that. I do have a bigger jar downstairs, but since this is just pretend, I just went ahead and cut one of the pieces so it would fit in here. But you know what I mean. Get a big enough jar to hold your pepper. And of course, if I was doing this as a real spell, I would tighten that really, really, really tight. So that way it's like a little burrito. And then it fits right into your jar. Now, once that is all done, at this point, if you have room in this jar to add more things, you can. You can add you know, whole chili flakes in there. You could add more graveyard dirt, gopher dust. You can, at this point, add more things if you want. But in this case, nothing else is going to fit. So you're going to get vinegar. And you're just going to completely submerge this pepper in vinegar. Before you close this, you want to make sure you put you want to enchant in this. You want to put your, you know, say your hex, what you want to do. Go ahead and do that at this time. When that's done, you go ahead and you close it up. Now, here's a couple of things you can do with it. After this is done, for me, what I do is I take a piece of foil paper and I put the foil around it like this. So let's just say this is the foil. I take the foil and I completely cover the whole thing in foil, shiny side in, except the lid. Okay, I completely covered the whole jar with foil. You can do foil, shiny side in, because you want to use that foil like a mirror. You want to attract all that stuff that you are calling out to the universe to do, all the badness that you want. So shiny side in, or if you don't have foil, you can use a black cloth, something dark to hide this from anybody from looking at this or from the sun from getting this. You want to make sure you completely black this out because you don't want any light to come into this person's life. You want to completely put their life in darkness. Now, once this is completely covered, this is another thing you can do. You can at this time go ahead and burn a candle on top of it. You can I normally burn a black candle smeared with some of my hexing oil on here. And on the little, like I do a votive candle on top. And on the votive candle, I have the person's name. And then I put the hexing oil. And I burn a votive candle just straight over it. I do that either 3 or 9 days, just depending on what I want to happen. After 3 days, if I feel like it's good, it depends too. If I'm using a particular higher power, whatever deity, god or goddess, or whoever I'm asking to help aid me, if they require a certain offering or a certain amount of days, then that's what I do. But if you're just doing it for yourself, then you definitely can just pick how many days you want to burn a candle. You can do a tea light, you can do a birthday candle, whatever candle you want. I do a votive candle, and I let it completely burn over. Then I put another one. I let that one do it. I do it usually for 3 days. Then when that's done, you can do these things. You can either do, you can take it and bury it somewhere off of your property. You don't want this on your property. You can bury it off of your property somewhere. If you can bury it at a graveyard, great. If you can bury it somewhere where no one will mess with it, great. Or you can get a pot outside and put some dirt in there, like one you put flowers in, and you can bury that in the pot right outside, somewhere outside of your property. Or you can put it into a brown paper bag and put it somewhere dark, somewhere where no one's going to see it, no one's going to mess with it. And that's it. And you just have to sit back and wait. Now, whenever you feel like this person has learned their lesson and you no longer want to keep this hex on this person, at that point, you're going to go ahead and you're going to remove the foil or the cloth or dig it up wherever you have it. And you're going to go to a running water, whether it be the ocean or you want a river. You don't want a pond because that's sitting water. You want water that's running, that's flowing. Go ahead and open it up and pour all the stuff, all the contents that are in here out into the running water. You're releasing them of this hex. That's what I do when I feel someone has learned their lesson. I will go ahead and release it that way. If you want this person to always be miserable, then you can bury this and forget wherever you buried it. Now we're back up on top. All right, guys. So I hope that you like this hex. It's a really easy, simple hex. It's a really simple and dirty and mean hex. Like I said, I have done it a few times, and I have released it when I thought that person had learned their lesson. Then I released it. So anyway, like I said, hexing is not for everyone. You know, And I normally, just because I know how to do them, it takes an awful lot for me to do that to someone, because nobody is the boss of anybody else's life, you know. But sometimes when people just keep messing with you and start messing with your family, and you know, you have to be able to stand up for yourself and defend yourself if need be. So, all right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's very simple, very easy, very cheap to do. If you are going to bury it, please make sure to make a note where you buried it and put a landmark on top of it. Put a big boulder and write something on it, or you know, make a map of where you put it, so in case you ever want to break this curse, this hex that you did, if you want to release the hex that you've done, make sure that you know where it is so you can dig it up and go release it. Unless this is something you never plan to, you know, let this person free of, then who cares? But I always say, you know, nobody deserves that forever. So if you are going to do it, please make sure to really think about before doing a hex. Really think about the consequences. If you feel that every action that you do has a consequence, think about that. Or think about if this person really deserves this. Or really don't ever practice magic when you are emotionally unstable. Whether you are brokenhearted, pissed off, angry, whatever. Never practice when you are emotionally unstable, because just like you can say something that you don't mean, you can do something that you don't mean. And doing hexes is not fun. Doing hexes on people, curses and hexes and domination spells, that's serious business. You're messing with people's lives, and it can really harm them. It could really cause harm. You could really cause illness and harm to someone. So again, why do I show you this? Because everybody is in control of their own life. And I'd rather show you something and let you know how, you know, just to be cautious of and just know what you're doing, versus you just go find something anywhere or pay somebody this outrageous amount of money to help you when you can do something for yourself, you know, that's going to cost hardly nothing. You know, a recycled jar, a few ingredients from home, some foil, you know, it doesn't really take that much. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, love you all and blessed be, and see you tomorrow. Bye.